D-Marsh Boxing, what's happening, world? Back at it with another boxing video. So Gary Russell Jr., man, he's been making his rounds. I mean, he's been doing interviews on these YouTube streets. Big ups to Mini Max Boxing. He had an excellent interview with Capitol Heights, Maryland's own, Mr. Gary Russell. You know what I mean? I want to give Mini Max Boxing a shout out for that interview. You know, he asked some good, responsible, intelligent questions. I mean, I know Mini Max Boxing is a huge Lomachenko fan, but he kept, I'm not saying he's biased, but he definitely kept it professional, you know what I mean? And let Gary Russell burn, you know what I'm saying? Let him speak his mind. And that was one of the best interviews I heard from Gary Russell on these YouTube streets. But Gary Russell seems like he's entangled in a boogeyman situation where nobody wants to step up and fight him. You know what I'm saying? He's called out Tank Davis for years, called out Leo Santa Cruz for years. What these guys do, they decided to fight each other. Coming this October on a pay-per-view. A lot of people are not interested in that fight, but it is what it is. Rather than Gary Russell getting either of them, they're going to fight each other and try to freeze him out. That's one. It already had started back in the day with Abner Maris and Leo Santa Cruz fighting each other twice. Abner Maris lost both fights, comfortably lost both fights. But rather than fight Gary Russell, he decided to fight Leo Santa Cruz. So both guys decided to freeze Gary Russell out to fight each other. As a matter of fact, that's why I have no respect whatsoever, never have, never will, for Abner Maris, you know what I mean? Abner Maris got knocked out in one round by old Johnny Gonzalez. Yeah, his left hook is always percolating. Can't take that away from Johnny Gonzalez. But he knocked out the kid, Abner Maris, who at the time people were considering to be a pound-for-pound fighter. You know what I'm saying? He was a champion, I believe that was in his second division. No, I'm bugging. That was probably his, he's been a champion. Abner Maris was at 118, 122. So that was probably, that was his third world title. Got knocked out by Johnny Gonzalez, an upset, big fight. And the man never even uttered a rematch to fight Johnny Gonzalez. He let that old Mexican with the vicious left hook, he let him parade around with the WBC belt. Abner Maris ain't got no heart. He ain't try to rematch him. Let Gary Russell steal his thunder, knocked out and beat the shit out of the man, Johnny Gonzalez, to win that WBC title in 2015. Abner Maris never wanted no smoke with Gary Russell. He never even tried to go get back his belt. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Abner Maris, man, don't let nobody fool y'all, man. Abner Maris is in the sport for the love of the money. He gets good paydays, regardless who he fights. So what's the point of taking a risky fight, even if it's for a high payday, when you could take a low-level tier opponent, Jesus Cuelas, ETCs, and get a big payday? But that's neither here nor there. Gary Russell been docked, you know what I mean? So now Gary Russell is on Devin Haney's neck. Okay, he said he wants that smoke. Not just him alone. He's an equal opportunist calling out fighters, you know what I mean? He ain't just calling out one guy. Everybody at 135 he wants smoke with. He's not even really considering 130 pounds because he feels maybe there's not enough good names over there. But I was listening to an interview with Devin Haney's pops. And Devin Haney's pops, look, man, the guy is Devin Haney's pops. I'm not going to disrespect Devin Haney's pops. But you could tell, look, he put his son in position to be where he's at, earning marvelous paydays. Although Devin Haney has never fought anybody of caliber till this day on his resume. And I fucks with Devin Haney. I believe Devin Haney beats Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Does he beat Teofimo Lopez? I would give him the slight edge. Does he beat a Lomachenko? That's a 50-50. Does he beat a Luke Campbell? Look, styles make fights. Long, tricky, rangy southpaw. Styles make fights. That's why we need to see these fights. But Bill Haney, Devin Haney's pops, man, on these YouTube streets smoking weed on camera. It's your prerogative. But I would think man would be a little bit more professional and put that spliff down and light your L after the motherfucking interview's over with. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You check it. Are you in this really to have your son fighting the best of the best? Or are you riding the coattails of your son, Devin Haney, fighting lower tier opposition, getting good paydays from the zone? Because any fighter over there, they robbing the bank. Yeah, they robbing the bank over there on the zone. The zone's business model and business infrastructure is ass backwards, and these fighters taking advantage. All power to them. Get your money. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney's pops is insisting that Yuriokis Gamboa is a better fight for Devin Haney than Gary Russell. How? How? Yeah, we know why you want to fight the man Yuriokis Gamboa. Easier fight than a Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? How? The man Yuriokis Gamboa is about 39 years old. Devin Haney's not even 22, 23 years old. Why do they want that big age advantage? Why do they want to fight a Yuriokis Gamboa who went 12 rounds, got stopped in the 12th, but man was there fighting with the ruptured tendon in his Achilles, you know what I mean? In his Achilles tendon. You know what I'm saying? He's washed up, he's past his prime. That's just the truth. What doesn't you see these people act, these trainers, promoters, managers, they act and talk to people, fans like they know all the boxing, like they the motherfucking head honcho. They know everything about boxing. And they're gonna try to convince you that Yuriokis Gamboa at this stage of his career is a better fight than Gary Russell. Now look, I've been clear before in previous videos. I don't want Gary Russell Jr. to stick his neck out there and end up being like Rigondeaux. Having been ducked in numerous, even a man like Paul Williams. Paul Williams got ducked in all of 147, 140, 154 fighters were ducking him. Sergio Martinez was being ducked by fighters at 154. Even the late, great Vernon Forrest was ducking Sergio Martinez. Then what did these guys decide to do? Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez decided to fight each other in a controversial decision fight, you know what I'm saying? Both guys hit the canvas early. They did a rematch, now with 160 pounds, because now Sergio Martinez is a middleweight champ. Couldn't get no fights at 154. He moved up to 160 and beat up Kelly Pavlik. In a close fight, don't get it twisted. It wasn't like Kelly Pavlik got washed. Yeah, then what happened? Paul Williams got put to sleep in one round by Sergio Martinez, you know what I mean? You check it. Was the man Paul Williams a full-fledged middleweight? Absolutely not. But when you take these type of risks, you better make sure they calculated, because you could end up on the wrong side of history, just like a man like Guillermo Rigondeaux when he went to fight the man Vasyl Lomachenko, having to sacrifice and go up 2 weight classes because that's the only way he could get any type of fight of notoriety. Gary Russell's in the same position. Kell Brook was not in that same position. Kell Brook had a unification on the table versus Jesse Vargas. He decided to do what Amir Khan's doing. Oh, Amir Khan ducking me? He don't want to fight me? He's going to fight Cannoli? Oh, okay, I'll do you one better. I'll go fight Golovkin. Ended up bad for both fighters, Kell Brook and Amir Khan. It could... the same possibility could end up for Gary Russell. I'm just keeping it tall with y'all, you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and act like Gary Russell goes to 135 and beats up everybody just because he says he can. Gary Russell's very confident. He wants all the smoke at 135 with everybody. But I'm not confident he beats everybody, you know what I mean? But he wants Devin Haney. But if you listen to Devin Haney's pops, smoking weed on YouTube. I don't know how old Slim is, you know what I mean? But I heard Slim say he a grandfather. Come on, my G. Now I know over there on the West Coast, weed is decriminalized. It's a little bit more lenient. It's not such a big deal. But we got to show some kind of professionalism over here. You know what I mean? Real talk. How could anybody take you serious when you blowing tree on the camera, doing an interview on YouTube, and then you here trying to convince real aficionado boxing fans like me that a Yuriokis Gamboa is a better fight for Devin Haney than the man Gary Russell? Now look, Devin Haney is in a tight position. Luke Campbell decided to forego a fight with the man Devin Haney, and he'd rather fight Ryan Garcia. Javier Fortuna, rather than fight for the WBC world title, would rather fight for the diamond title versus Jorge Linares. Tank Davis is fighting Leo Santa Cruz. So who's really out there? Give the as a matter of fact, I'll keep that for another video. I'll do that for another video. There's still fighters out there in the top 10 who deserve an opportunity, or who should be granted an opportunity, even because Devin Haney can't seem to get any of these lightweights in the ring. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko look like they about to set it off in a unification in October. Devin Haney's planning a ring return in September, but his pops is talking out the side of his neck, talking real dumb out here. You know what I'm saying? Gary Russell Jr. wants all the smoke. Absolutely. But let these people tell it. His pops, Gary Russell, is not whom they want. They want to fight a washed-up Yuriokis Gamboa. That's what's wrong with boxing these days. Everybody want to take the least amount of resistance for the highest paydays. Gary Russell's trying to sacrifice his weight and go up 2 weight classes. He made a video sometime in April showing that he's over 140 pounds. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney, I like the kid. It's a young dude. Went through boxing the hard way. Started out in Mexico on some, like Creed, like Michael B. Jordan did in Creed. Started off his pro career in Mexico as a teenager. He's worked his way up. Now he has a WBC title who you fought absolutely nobody for. The guy he did fight was in the WBC rankings. I believe he was the number 2 in the WBC rankings, even ahead of the man Devin Haney. But at the end of the day, who the f is that guy? That's just the truth. Who the F is that guy? You know what I mean? But Devin Haney got options, even though there's a lot of fighters out there who are not stepping up to the plate. Devin Haney's pops will try and tell you that Yuriokis Gamboa is a better fight for Devin Haney right now than Richard Comey. Yeah, Richard Comey. Devin Haney's pops, Bill Haney's gonna be like, who the hell is Richard Comey fought? Slim, are you tripping? Are you lunching? Who the F has your son fought? Are you serious? If Devin Haney can beat a Richard Comey, that would be the best name on Devin Haney's resume. Why are they trying to fight a Tank Davis leftover? What, to prove that you might be able to beat Yuriokis Gamboa in better fashion than Tank Davis? Nobody even cared about that Tank Davis and Gamboa fight. They ducked Gary Russell. They said Gary Russell is old, but then they went on to fight a 39, 38-year-old Yuriokis Gamboa. I'm trying to tell you, man, these fighters are a joke. They promoters, they team, they managers. What Bill Haney wants to do is still be able to Go to the dispensaries out there in Las Vegas and smoke on some OG Kush or sour OG, whatever the hell he was chiefing on. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't trying to stop them paydays for Devin Haney so he can still afford to live his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're here trying to convince real boxing aficionados, boxing fans, that Yuriokis Gamboa is a better fight for Devin Haney than Richard Comey and or Gary Russell, yeah, we already see what you're trying to do. We already see what your career path and trajectory is. You know what I mean? Do I believe that Devin Haney will fight any of the other guys who are top tier guys in the lightweight division, like Vasyl Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Luke Campbell's, Ryan Garcia's? Absolutely. Robert Easter, they were calling out Robert Easter since he was a teenager, and when Robert Easter had the IBF belt, he wanted no smoke with the man, Devin Haney. He might want that opportunity now as he is beltless and he looks like he's actually fading. Still a young dude, 22 wins, one loss, and one draw. But his last two fights, he's had a loss and a draw. No victories for the man Bunny, Robert Easter, in his last two fights. So, at the end of the day, Bill Haney, you need to stop pump faking out here and get your son a fighter who has a freaking pulse. Because Yuriokis Gamboa is not who he is. He's not, no. The man just came off losing in the world title fight. Let that man get back in position and fight a man like Richard Comey, a former world champion who lost in his last fight in a world title fight. That makes more sense. Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about Devin Haney. Leave your thoughts and comments and actually let me know what's a better fight for Devin Haney. Would you rather see Devin Haney fight Yuriokis Gamboa, or would you rather see Devin Haney fight uh, Richard Comey or Gary Russell Jr.?